Hello, greetings OHE kindergartners. This week I'm going to share a story called Murmel, Murmel, Murmel by Robert Munsch. You'll be able to tell right away that this story is fiction or pretend, even though the main character in the story is a seemingly normal kid. Everything else about the story, however, is very, very weird. The adults that the kid meets acts ridiculous. The solution to her problem is random, and cause and effect don't work like normal in this story. In my opinion, the story almost feels like a weird dream, the kind where you wake up confused and you slowly begin to realize you were dreaming because of the ridiculous things you remember. If you've never heard a Robert Munsch story before, I'll let you know right now that you'll need to have your imagination ready. All right, here we go. When Robin went out into her backyard, there was a large hole right in the middle of her sandbox. She knelt down beside it and yelled, and this part's fun if you want to do it with me. In my class, we like to yell, but yell quietly. It's like this. I'll show you first. Ready? She says, anybody down there? Anybody down there? Want to try it with me? Here we go. Anybody down there? Well, from way down in the hole, something said, Murmel, Murmel, Murmel. Said Robin. Very strange. So she yelled even louder. Want to help me? Remember, don't really yell. Here we go. Anybody down there? Murmel, 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 said the hole. Well, Robin reached down the hole as far as she could and gave an enormous yank, and out popped a baby. Murmel, 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 said the baby. Murmel yourself, said Robin. I'm only 5 years old, and I can't take care of a baby. I'll need to find someone else to take care of you. Robin picked up the very heavy baby and walked down the street. She met a woman pushing a baby carriage. Robin said, Excuse me, do you need a baby? Heavens no, said the woman. I already have a baby. And she went off down the street, and 17 diaper salesmen jumped out from behind a hedge and ran after her. Robin picked up the baby and went on down the street. She met an old woman and said, Excuse me, do you need a baby? Does it pee its pants? Said the old lady. Yes, said Robin. Yeah, said the old lady. Does it dirty its diaper? Yes, said Robin. Yeah, said the old lady. Does it have a runny nose? Yes, said Robin. Yeah, said the old lady. I already have 17 cats. I don't need a baby. And she went on down the street. 17 cats jumped out of a garbage can and ran after her. Robin picked up the baby and went on down the street. She met a woman in fancy clothes. Excuse me, said Robin. Do you need a baby? Heavens no, said the woman. I have 17 jobs, lots of money, and no time. I don't need a baby. And she ran off down the street. 17 secretaries, 9 messengers, and a pizza delivery man ran after her. Rats, said Robin. She picked up the baby and walked down the street. She met a man. Excuse me, she said. Do you need a baby? I don't know, said the man. Can I wash my car? No, said Robin. Can I sell it for lots of money? No, said Robin. Well, what's it for? Said the man. It's for loving and hugging and feeding and burping, said Robin. I certainly don't need that, said the man, and he went off down the street. Nobody followed him. Robin sat down beside the street, for the baby was getting very heavy. Murmel, 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 said the baby. Murmel, Murmel yourself, said Robin. What am I going to do with you? An enormous truck came by and stopped. A truck driver jumped out and walked around Robin 3 times. Then he looked at the baby. Excuse me, said Robin. Do you need a baby? The truck driver said, Well, Murmel, 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 said the baby. Did you say Murmel, Murmel, Murmel? Asked the truck driver. Yes, said the baby. I need you, yelled the truck driver. He picked up the baby and started walking down the street. Wait, said Robin. You forgot your truck. I already have 17 trucks, said the truck driver. What I need is a baby. You can have the truck. And there's Robin driving the truck. You see what I mean about the story feeling like a weird dream? I hope you enjoyed it. Part of what makes the story so weird is all the different types of people that Robin meets. I think it'd be really fun to make my own part like that could be added to the story. I'm going to give it a try. Watch how I do this new part to this story, and then I want you to try it too. First, I'm going to think about who I would want Robin to meet on her quest to give away the baby. This could be anyone at all, since the story is already pretty much pure nonsense, so the sillier the better. I want to choose a character that would not want the baby because they're busy doing something. Maybe she offers the baby to a fancy restaurant chef that says he can't take the baby because he has a restaurant full of customers to serve. I'll use a pencil to draw Robin trying to give the baby to the chef outside of a busy, fancy restaurant. Here we go. Ta-da! That's a good start, but I still need to add more details. I noticed that Robert Munsch usually had each person Robin tried to give the baby to get followed by a number of other people when they left. Who would follow my fancy chef after he tells Robin that he can't take the baby? Maybe he was followed by 7 servers asking about their orders. Or maybe he was followed by 3 restaurant supply salespeople and 6 food delivery drivers. You can go lots of ways with this, but I think I'm going to stick with the 7 servers. I'll use a pencil to add them to my picture. Here we go. And there we are. There's my 7 servers. Great. Now I'm almost ready to add color if I want, but I feel like I need some words and some labels first. I'm going to label Robin, the chef, the baby, the fancy restaurant, and the 7 servers. When you label your picture, do your best to listen for and write the letters you know for the sounds in each label word, or just get a family member to help you out. All right, here come my labels. And there we are. There are my labels. And I'm glad I did them in pencil because I noticed I made a mistake. I wrote 11 servers instead of 7 servers. So I'll fix that label before I start adding color. And that's what I'm going to do next. And I like to start my coloring by adding outlines first. I trace all my pencil lines in a nice dark black. Take a look. There we have all my outlines. I accidentally got busy and started coloring Robin and the baby as well there. But after I've got all my outlines, then I start adding the rest of the color. And here's what that looks like. And there we are. I have all my colors filled in and pretty close to a wow picture, I'd say there. I've created what could be an extra page in the story of Murmel, Murmel, Murmel. I wonder what the OHE kindergartners will create. Now would be the time that we brainstorm as a class to come up with other people that Robin could try to get to take the baby. I encourage you to do your own brainstorming at home, since we're not together as a class to do this, but I also have a few example ideas that might help you get you started like our class brainstorming ideas might. So here we are. Maybe Robin tries to give the baby to a teacher, but the teacher says she has to teach 5 classes. So she walks away, followed by whatever number of students that you choose. That could be an interesting page to add. Maybe Robin tries to give the baby to a bus driver, but the bus driver says she's late for her next stop. She drives away, followed by whatever number you choose of running people that just missed the bus. That's been me at one point or another for sure. Maybe Robin tries to give the baby to a dog walker. He says it has too many dogs to walk right now. He's followed by whatever number of dogs that you choose. Maybe Robin tries to give the baby to a marathon runner, but she says she has to finish the race. She's followed by everyone else in the race. She's in first place, I guess. There, I hope that you enjoyed this read aloud and that you'll come up with some great pages to add to the story. I'd love to see what you create. If you want to share it with me, please have your family email me a picture at aanichols@seattleschools.org, just like it is right there. See you next week, everybody.